Well, greetings, sir. I think every time I'm offered to do video, I pretty much jump at the chance. Writing a paper or doing a video. I would definitely prefer to do a video every single time. One of the quotes I like from John Maxwell was, "If you think you're leading but no one is following, then you're only taking a walk." I love this. Servant leadership is about the people, not about what we want. If we don't bother focusing on the people, then we're really just taking a walk. So the question is, number one, what steps will I take to develop the necessary tools to become more balanced in my leadership? Balance will always be an issue or a struggle in ministry or any leadership position. Life in general is kind of an acceptance of controlled chaos or consistent inconsistency. And I kind of think the tools necessary to navigate this would be a willingness to grow, change, and learn. I like the idea of learning and relearning. Typically, when we learn something, we feel like it's a one-time deal. But I have found that is really hardly the case. As life moves forward, circumstances change constantly. New people, new seasons, new challenges, new sicknesses, or new health for that matter, new congregants, new leaders, etc., etc., etc. Life is really new all the time. Then for this new life, it all needs and requires new perspective, new prayer, new encouragement, new understanding, and new life to be brought to the situation. So I would say the tools necessary for me are a willingness to relearn forever. Number two, what books, conferences, and or materials will I engage in for ongoing leadership development? I have a serious list of books to read once I'm done with school. And for the last 3 years, I've been acquiring this list of books that I have not had time to read. My pastor suggested Discipleship. And I think that's a good, I already own that book, so I bought it when he told me to, but I haven't read it yet. I'd like to read more Marva Dawn, who's a woman theologian that I've learned to respect through school. I have a desire to read the Federalist Papers. That kind of came up during school, so that should be fun. I typically go to a worship conference every year, and that's a goal that I have for my team leaders at the church as well. I'm also attending a Thrive conference in 3 weeks. So this is a great leadership conference. I go to the Southwest Leadership Conference in Palm Springs, and that is specifically for leadership. It will be me and my youth worship intern from church. I really want to spend some time investing in her. And so we have a whole team from our church going. I think there's about 30 of us, but it's just her and I from the worship team, so that should be good. Number three, an action plan with specific dates and times engaged in leadership accountability with someone. So I have a pastor who's not going to allow accountability to fall through the cracks. This is a really good thing for me and the team at church. We hold a weekly meeting for the pastoral or shepherding staff that includes me as the worship director. And then as a staff, we're going through, so there's about 9 or 10 of us in the staff, and we're going through emotionally healthy spirituality. It's good. It's a little deep, but it's good. I also hold a secondary meeting with my worship and production leaders each week. And just yesterday, I planned a worship planning kind of half-day retreat with my 3 worship leaders in church so we can plan for my sabbatical. I'm going to give kind of a report back to my pastor about this meeting so that he can keep my team accountable while I'm gone. And I feel like accountability is definitely double-sided. I need people keeping me accountable, and I also need to hold my team accountable. So it's pretty biblical to have a Paul and a Timothy. And on the other side, outside of my church leadership, on the personal side, I have a group of people that I can call just in case I have something going on in my life. And I feel like that's really, really important. I don't lie well, which is a really good trait. And so it makes me a pretty open and transparent person. But it also means I can't hide anything. So it's really good to a point. But the look on my face might scream, "I'm not okay," which leads to me handling things fairly quickly or frequently. So I can't really run from my problems because they're probably all over my face. It's good and bad. Number 4, how will I develop a lifelong habit of leadership? I think habit's the key word here. I've learned that it's best to learn from people that are better than me. I play with a lot of musicians who are way better than me. This is a good thing. It definitely keeps me humble because it puts me in my place a lot, which is great. But for the rest of my life, I feel like the habit of being comfortable with people that are better than me in every area will be better leaders, better musicians, better vocalists, and that will be a good habit to be in. You know, we all have our gifts and talents that kind of fit perfectly together in the kingdom so that we can kind of celebrate our different gifts and with people that are better than us in other areas. So one of my strengths is being an anchor for the worship team. I lead well, but then the team around me gets to fill in all the musical gaps that I could never dream or play, honestly. And while some other leaders are distracted by other people, I thrive in that environment with better people. This allows them to shine in their own gifts as well. So I'm a good anchor, and everybody can do things around me that make them shine. So as a lifelong learner, it'd be good to be in the habit of being with people that are better than me. And I guess that includes someone like you. And maybe that means I'm going to keep your number so that I can call you about leadership. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, and God bless.